I'm at the State of Delaware surplus vehicle auction. The state seems to be finally getting back on track with selling off their excess cars and trucks that they've been holding on to, it seems like, since COVID. There are 41 cars, trucks, and vans that they're selling off today. Today's the preview day. The auction closes tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Today's our chance to go through these cars, take a look at them, see what we like, start them up, go through them, do whatever we want to do with them. We can't drive them though. That's the only caveat to these auctions. But you can go through everything else. You pop the hood, check the engine, feel the brakes, engage the transmission, and so forth. We're going to go through these cars, see what we like, see what we don't like, and see if we come up with something that we want to come home with. If you're new to the channel, my name is Chris, and the channel is East Coast Classics, and thanks for joining me. Let's get out here and take a look at some cars. So the state moved their auction facilities a little further south, a little more secure, fenced in with cameras, but you can see some of the other things they have staged for future sales. It's not just cars and trucks, but it's lawnmowers and tractors and kayaks and motorcycles and little scooter things over there. But this is what we're interested in, some of these auction cars. And the first one we're looking at is lot 900, the 2014 Dodge Grand Caravan, 83,400 miles on this one. These things are at every park service and at every school here in the state. This one comes with a full service history, from engine exhaust problems to tire rotations to washing and cleaning and detailing. Looks like there was a bumper cover issue here. Looks like a minor repair for $1,477. That's super cool to have. These things are generally pretty clean. They take care of them. They're treated well and they're serviced regularly. Inside, I mean, it's a nice shape. It's missing some, well, it's missing the second row. It looks like the third row's out there under the floor. These things are typically sent over to the prison system. The prisoners are tasked with detailing these things and cleaning them all up. Same thing with the police cars, which is super ironic, This one's nice. Pre-COVID pricing, I've seen these things sell with this miles in the $7,000 range, high $6,000 range. Though, bidding already on this one is $8,198. The other side looks just as good as the driver's side. A couple dings right here. Just minor stuff, some scraping. Looks like the gaps and all that line up nice right here on the front bumper. Nothing ugly at all on this. Inside with the key in, let's see. Dead. Nothing. But that's all right. I pulled up some KBB trade-in values to find out what these things sell for, because with COVID pricing, I'm totally lost on what the correct value is on cars anymore. It's so wild and outrageous. KBB says the trade-in is between $8,800 and $10,500. A private party sale on this car, $10,000 to $12,000. So with bidding already at what, $8,100, $8,200, this is already really close to what like full trade-in value would be. Doesn't seem like it makes a lot of sense to me. Now, one cool thing about this auction is that there's no buyer fees, zero. So the amount that you bid up to is the total amount that you pay, other than mailing in a check to the auction company. So there's no 5%, 12.5%, some of these other outrageous auction buyer fees that you see elsewhere. This one is straight 0%. And it's one of the cool things about this auction, not just the condition of the cars and the miles, because everything is generally really, really nice here, but there's no fees too. Look, I'm not going to get the jump box and start it up. I'm not necessarily interested in this, especially at the price tag that it's at already, but we're going to use this as a benchmark on the other 4 Caravans that are sitting here in this lot as well. We'll just see where this one ends up at. Here's lot 913. It's a 2012 Ford Focus. There's 7 of these Focuses here at this auction. This thing's a mainstay. Every single one of these auctions, there's always a handful of these things. Last year, the state must have sold 120 of these. This one has the lowest miles at $40,440. Bidding is at $5,300 on this. And these are, if you're familiar with these things, you know about the transmission, the Powershift, the 12 different recalls. They seem to overheat, and it's a dual clutch, dry dual clutch. And so when they overheat, it shifts into safety mode and goes right into neutral. So you're trying to accelerate onto the highway, and it throws itself right into the neutral gear. And then you're stuck at that point. Ford has had nothing but issues with that Powershift. And, it's just what it is. Kelly Blue Book says trade-in value on these $5,400 to $6,200. Private party $6,700 to $7,900 on these things. The problem is, again, it's the transmission. You just don't know what you're going to get, how long it's going to last, if it's going to have problems. You can't drive it. You have no expectations, and you're just on your own with these things. Let's see where this one ends up. With the miles on this one in the past, I've seen these pre-COVID pricing sell $7,000. Yeah, $7,000. So this one bidding is at $5,300 already. It's already close to what the pre-COVID pricing is, and you know, someone's going to get this thing. They're going to pay a lot of money for it, and you have no idea how it's going to end up. And just like that last Focus had the lowest miles here on the lot, this one has the highest at 85,900. Bidding is at $3,150. This one's a 2014 though, so it's a little newer. It's surprising though, trade-in value and private party value is nearly identical to the 2012 that had the low miles. Condition-wise, I mean, it's clean, it's plain, it's ordinary, you know, again with the Powershift. And it's your fleet model, so you get the crank windows in the back and the power up front. Same condition, same look as the other one. I mean, all the cars here are generally in really nice condition. And again, the miles, I mean, even at 85, 86,000 miles, it's not that bad. It's just transmission. Again, it's going to leave you stranded at some point. Needs a good cleaning underneath. So let's see where lot 906 ends up. Here's one I was looking at the online preview, and I was really wanting to get a closer look here, so I'm glad to see this one. It's a 2016 Impala. Bidding is at $6,100. This is not the 9C1. It's not the police model. This is the limited. And you can see right away with the aluminum wheels, this isn't one of the driver's ed cars that I was expecting, or maybe it is. I'm seeing the stickers right here. Usually the driver's ed are the 9C1s. Oh, check it out. It is. It's got the extra brake pedal. How cool is that? This thing is running, it's smooth. It's whisper quiet. Get the heat on, a little chilly. Interior is super clean. Out back, the same exact condition. Man, this thing is nice and clean, tidy. I'm not seeing any damage, any scuffs, any just sticker shadows from the student driver stickers. And yet more sticker shadows here. And under the hood, it is whisper quiet, man. I don't hear anything going on. Nothing obvious, nothing ugly. So this one has 35,300 miles on it. Trade-in value, 13,000 to 15,000. Private party, 14 to 16,000. Here's the deal though, I like these a lot. This one's I'm not paying that much money for. I wanted to jump on the Caravan and see what they had sitting on the lots. Same year, similar miles and so forth. They have a white car that they have listed for $18,500. I took the VIN off this car and I put it into the Carvana website to see what their buy it now price would be if I was to sell this. They made an offer, instant offer, $17,272. That means if this thing sells for anything less than that, you could instantly take it to Carvana the very next day, make a few bucks. I'm curious how this one's going to play out, where this one's going to end up. This is exactly what a retail buyer is going to look for. This thing ends up going for cheap, you know, like 10, 12 grand. I'll do it. I'll find a way. I don't have 10 grand on me, but I'll find a way. I'll find the money, and we'll send this thing over to Carvana the very next day and make a few bucks on it. So let's see where it ends up. And take a look at this turd. It's lot 936. I have no idea what year it is. I mean, it's what, a Sebring or something? I'm not quite sure. A Cirrus? Look at the condition of this thing. What in the world? Where'd this thing come from? Oh, it even has like lunch in here too. The interior is actually quite clean. I'm surprised to see that. The exterior, it is disaster. Stratus, of course. There it is, unit number 10. What in the world? Who is going to buy this? I don't know. Let's follow it though. At 905, we have a 2009 Impala. This is the police model, the 9C1. So, you know, it's all police spec. It's got the steel wheels and the Eagle RSA tires on there. Some tread left on them. These are typically here in Delaware when they're not driver's ed cars, and I suspect this one is not because of the window tinting. This is probation and parole. You know, those guys that cruise around trying to be low key. and this is what they cruise in. So you got the vinyl back seat, the vinyl flooring as well. Bidding right now, $1,600. Yeah, that's it. You know, they have beefed up brakes and bigger cooling systems, and the flat seats on the driver's seat for utility belts, calibrated speedometers, dual exhaust, all that stuff. You know, I didn't see what the miles is, so let's take a look at that. 107,829. So I'm not necessarily in the market for a 2009. I am interested in the Impalas, but something a little newer with the direct injection engine, a little more horsepower and so forth. Let's just see where this one ends up. Lot 905. 2011 E350. There's 7 of these vans here at this auction. I call them turtle tops. This one's a handicap accessible one. Has 53,000 miles on it. Bidding is at $4,700 right now. And yeah, it's pretty clean. Definitely meant to work. There's a handicap ramp. Looks like it has seating, what, 2, 4, 6, 7 here. And it's got a secondary air conditioning. I mean, I'll check it out. You can play school bus driver. These things sell for a lot of money. The last one that was at this auction a couple months ago was a 2014, had 83,000 miles on it. And that one sold for $20,100. These things go for big money, especially in this condition, and I have no doubt this thing's going to sell for something similar. Right now, bidding is at $4,700, so it's got a long way to go. If it sells for anything less than that, you know, whoever bought the last one got ripped off. And this is kind of cool. I never realized how that locks in place. You just pop that open, swing the door. Pretty cool. There we go, lot 907. See where you end up at. And just like the other turtle top had the lowest mileage of the vans here on the lot, lot 911, this one is the oldest. It's a 2007, has the highest mileage at 89,000. And the bidding is at $4,100 right now. Not much difference than the other one. I was expecting, because of the age and the miles, you know, all kinds of rust down here on the rockers and the quarters, and I'm not seeing anything. You can still see the pinch seams. Everything looks good down here. Good set of tires. Certainly clean. It's a 350 like you would expect, turtle top, handicap. I mean, identical setup. Here we go. That's kind of what I was expecting, but a lot worse. I'm surprised to see it on the driver's side. Inside, same exact setup, same exact style. I do not see a second air conditioner though. I don't know if that's a big deal or not with these. But let's see where it ends up at. Now this one's a 2013 Ford C-Max. It's a hybrid. It has 65,000 miles. Bidding's at $5,300. These things are interesting. They pop up from time to time here at the auction. I've always found them to have a weird smell inside, more like a chemical smell. I don't know if that's batteries. I don't know if it's hybrid related. It's the cleaning products they use, but it's clean. It's tidy. It's, you know, and I don't know if it's running or not. I don't know anything about it. I like the two-tone interior. It's pretty cool, pretty sharp. All right, something just came on. I just grabbed the steering wheel and it just popped on. The engine's running now. The heat's on too. All right, I don't know. I know these things have a 2-liter engine, a 35 kilowatt electric motor, 188 horsepower total, supposed to get 47 miles to the gallon, 20 miles all electric. There's also supposed to be some kind of active shutter systems where the grill closes off. I'm not seeing anything like that happening here. I don't see anything being able to like move or on a hinge. Trade-in value $8,400 to $9,700. Private party $95,000 to $11,000. This one's halfway to the private party sale amount. It's a cool little car, tidy, clean. It doesn't have that weird smell inside, but also the windows were down at the same time. Let's see where this one ends up at. And right down the lane, we have a 2015 Chevy Tahoe PPV, police pursuit vehicle, 113,587 miles. Bidding is at $8,100. Every single 2015 that I've seen that come through here has the transmission problems. This one is no different, same exact problem. And it's always the shift solenoid. And it's not a big deal fixing this shift solenoid. It's expensive, it's $250 for the part. It's under the transmission pan. You have to drop the pan, pull out the filter to get to the solenoid. And then, you know, it's a bunch of bolts that comes out, and you just swap it in with a different one. So it's not that big of a deal, and plus you get to do a transmission service at the same time. Looks like the battery might be dead on this one. The big worrisome, though, issue with these things, displacement on demand. I mean, it starts ticking, and then you have to pull the heads off and replace the cam and the lifters and a whole bunch of other internal parts. While you're in there, you might as well do it all. This one, I mean, cosmetically looks pretty clean. I had a PPV Tahoe, and it was, I can't even remember, 2009 maybe? The thing was shockingly quick and shockingly fast on the turns. It handled way better than you would ever expect it to do. It was surprising, it really was. This one just has a little bit of minor damage. I don't know how bad that is. Otherwise, it's clean. I've always loved the blues that the state of Delaware use. I mean, the blue Tahoes, the blue Crown Vics that they had at one point, love that blue. This one looks nice. I mean, bidding is at $8,100. Pre-COVID, I mean, these things were selling like in the $12,000 range for this year. You can see all kinds of water stains and marks on here. That might be hard to get off, might be easy. I don't know if clay bar or a good buffing will take care of that. And the hood is completely faded out. I just seen that now and scratched all to hell. It's always fun to take a look at these. Got some condensation in there. And I'll be curious where this one ends up. I just think things are overpriced right now, so a car like this is just outside of my realm of what I want to get into, especially with the unknown issue with the transmission and probably displacement on demand, or that's upcoming anyway. So let's just see where it ends up, and hopefully somebody gets a good price on this. Here's a Chevy Express van. It's a 2015. The state uses these to deliver mail up and down the state, kind of like inter-office stuff. This one has 114,000 miles on it. Bidding's at $5,100 right now. Nissan has a version of this. I think it looks identical. And, you know, it's just a basic cargo van. It's not much smaller than my Chevy Greenbrier, believe that or not. Here's a little bit of like pilling and scuffing right here on the seat, but otherwise, I mean, it's clean. It's pretty nice condition. Walk around back, you can see some damage right down here on the door. Looks like you got a little bump right there. Pretty minor overall, frankly. There's sliders on both sides, which I'm surprised to see. Man, that opens easy. It slides, you know, a little rough, but maybe a little bit of some silicone, I'm sure, would take care of that. Clean inside, ripped up a little bit. Wonder what's going on under there. Low floor, I'm really surprised. This thing is easy, man. Easy to make deliveries in, easy to drive around in, I bet. Small size, well packaged. It's pretty simple. And on the passenger side, same thing, just clean. I'm surprised it has the vinyl floors as well. That's kind of cool. I like this. You know, it's very purposeful. Under the hood, look how low down the engine is. It's way down there. Man, you gotta really reach to get to anything. That's a cool little van. Let's see where it ends up at. I'll be curious how the bidding plays out. It's at $5,100 now. Let's see what happens tomorrow night. And lot 931 is a 2008 Dodge Durango, has 102,000 miles. Bidding is at $1,450 right now. These are actually built locally here in Delaware, about 20 minutes from here, Newark, Delaware. Chrysler had an assembly plant over there. They had sold that plant when the Durango line ended back in, I don't know, what was it, 2008 or something? They sold the plant to the University of Delaware. They created an office park out of that facility, and the only thing that's still there right now from the Chrysler days is a water tower. Everything is like new buildings and new construction, new roads and offices. Looks like there's some air intake pieces back there, and the headliner looks like it's falling apart a little bit. Man, pre-COVID, again, I bought one of these. I mean, the generation right before this. Spent $1,200 on it. Unit number 38. This one, I mean, for 100,000 miles at $1,450. I mean, I guess the pricing is still pretty generous. I mean, considering COVID pricing today. Be curious where this one ends up. I'm not necessarily a buyer for it, though it certainly looks good. Usually these things are all rusty down here and in the rockers and up here in the wheel well area. This one looks really, really nice. Condition-wise, the inside, the outside looks all good. Just needs a good cleaning and buffing. I bet it'd be back right on the road. this definitely needs to be painted. I mean, I've seen these over and over again. It's just a lower cost version of these Durangos, and it looks wildly different painted versus natural. Regardless, let's see where this one ends up. Now, here are two trucks that I really wanted to get a good look at today. 934, it's a 1986 D30, 1990 W Series Dodge. Bidding is at $525, $575. Both of these came from, ironically, the school district my kids are in. What I wanted to do is just see what condition these were in, and this one is far beyond what I want to get into. There is, oh, holy cow, look at that. All right, oh no, I'm breaking the truck. Yeah, this one's done for. There ain't much left on this one. Although it's got a stainless steel spreader and plenty of weight savings. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm not gonna mess with this one no more. That one is off the list. Here's the other one I really was interested in, and you know, the idea was I wanted to do a bunch of like what would happen if type of videos. You know, you're driving down the road, 50 miles an hour, you throw it in reverse. What would happen? You know, does it lock up? Does the transmission have some kind of safety features in it? You know, and I had this whole vision of doing a series of videos along those lines. This could be the vehicle for that, as long as the pricing stays right. I didn't expect, I'm guessing it's a 3/4 ton. Yeah, at first I thought it was a 1 ton because of the 8 lugs. But it's not a big rusty mess like I was expecting. I'd like to do something with the paint, maybe a cheap Mako paint job or something along those lines, or plastic dip. The body is actually better than I expected. Interior-wise, it's cleaner than I expected. It's not ripped up or torn up. Dashes all together. 4-wheel drive. It's definitely more truck than I was hoping to use for these like what-if videos. But I'm interested. I'm going to crank it up. I see the keys up here. Let's see if she'll start without a jump, and let's see what we got here. I guess it's fuel injected, right? 1990. I don't have to pump the pedal. Dead. All right. All right, so I'm going to go get the jump box. Going to fire this thing up and see what it sounds like. Look for leaks and see if it's worth, I don't know, what, $1,000? I have no idea what the right price tag would be for this. And oh, I just saw this. Was there a headliner material, or is that what it is? Is it just cardboard that's falling apart? I have no idea. But I don't know what the right price is for this, and we'll just figure it out as the bidding takes place tomorrow night, and we'll see if it's worthwhile or not. See how it goes.
I guess this is the positive right here.
Yeah, we're
look, there's the
there it is. Yeah, now we know for sure.
Let's see if we can get in here somehow.
Yeah, oh yeah, there you go. Cool, man. All right, I'll hop in.
All right.
Listen.
Oh, it might start. It might start.
All right, let's give it a go. Here we go. Oh, it's buzzing. Dead.
I got juice now.
Yeah, it does have something. You gonna let it charge for a minute?
Yeah, let it charge for a minute. Because usually when it's at 12,
yeah,
it'll start up.
Oh, okay.
Anything like when it gets down to like 10, it won't start up.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, so we're just dead then.
Yeah.
You think it's
But
an
the
engine?
battery's good. I mean, right now it would jump with the battery like this at 12.3.
Yeah.
But with this old engine, you have it could be anything.
Right. Do you know if it drove in?
I can't remember.
Okay.
It's been here so long.
Oh, has it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it probably. My guess. I don't think it probably got towed in.
Okay.
So.
No, that's too bad.
But you got to read on it. I mean, that's a good read.
It's something. Yeah, they're buzzing inside.
That's a good read, yeah.
I'll hit the key one more time, see if I get anything. Yep. So the lot attendant came over, put the jumper on there. We let it charge for a few minutes and nothing. It wouldn't click, it wouldn't turn over. Nothing was happening. I don't know if it was the jumble of wires that are under there, but it's just definitely more of an issue, more of a project that I want to get into. It's unfortunate too, because I would have dropped some coin on this one and had some fun videos to make with it. But keep looking around for something else, I guess. Here's the last one we're going to look at today. Lot 938. It's a 1998 Chevy S10, 173,000 miles. Bidding is at $400, and for good reason. Look at that. This is what you get here in Delaware. And a couple months ago, the state was selling off one of these, and I thought it was this exact same truck. I thought maybe somebody backed out on the deal. But that other S10, same exact condition, same color, had a snowplow attachment on the front of it. This is not that truck. Looks like the tailgate might not even like either open or close, one or the other. Look at that, man. And maybe this is the type of vehicle that I need to get for that what if style video. I don't know. I don't even know if it'll make it out of the lot. I don't even want to give it a try. This one is a mess. It's a wreck. And really, I have no interest in it. That last one, the last S10 sold for $1,350. $1,350 for a vehicle exactly in this condition with the miles. And I mean, interior-wise, it's certainly, better than I expected, I guess. You know, the steering wheel's a little worn out, but otherwise, I don't know what you get with it. So that's a 1998 Chevy S10. So that's the State of Delaware surplus vehicle auction. Thank you for joining me. I always have fun coming out here looking at everything. I hope you had a good time, and as always, I'll see you on the next video.